Bazinga. Okay. This is a dungeon. This is a Dungeons and Dragons character sheet, and we will be filling it in for you guys. So it's like this. First, figure out your character name. I'm just going to use an old character for this. So let's say, in honor of our recently departed Reina. You have to choose your class and your level. So your class, let's assume it's sorcerer. So your class and level. Sorcerer, let's say level 3. Background, we get back to later. Player name, you write race. Let's say, yeah, tiefling. Your race, it's up to you, whatever you want your race to be. Your alignment and experience points, set that to 300 for now. I'll explain what that is a little later, maybe. But your proficiency bonus, which is basically how good you are. If you're good at something, what do you add? So at level 3, since you're a sorcerer level 3, you add +2. So let's say you're good at deception or lying. You can make a roll and add proficiency bonus to it, which is +2. Yeah. So now, all this stuff actually needs us to fill in this side. So let's get to it. These are your stats. Some of you guys might remember how to go about this. So you basically roll these 4d6s, 4 6-sided die, and get rid of the smallest number. The smallest number here would be 3. I've got my first number would be 15. 15, and then you're actually supposed to put them in the small box here, 5. And you basically do that so you have 6 numbers, so that you fill everything in. Get rid of 1, that would be 18. It's a very good roll. That would, there's no smallest number here, so I just take one of them away, making it 18 again. Uh, 13, smallest number is 1. It's 12. 12 is my number. Boom. Then you pick your last 2 numbers, which are going to be, smallest number here is 1, so that would be 12, and smallest number here is 4. 20 minus 4 is 16. 16, and the hell is that last number? God damn it, I'm an idiot. But I'm just going to put that as 13 for now because I can't remember freaking hell. So, now you've got those. So now you need to add your ability modifiers. These are your ability scores. Then you basically need to add an ability modifier. So basically, the higher this number is, the higher that score is going to be. So 18 in 18 score gives you +4 to modifiers. It's actually like it's like a table. So for example, 10 is +0. Up to when you hit 10, 11 is 0. 12, 13 is +1. 14, 15 is +2. 16, 17 is +3. And 18, 19 is +4. And 20 is +5. You normally these scores highest they can go is 20. It's pretty rare for you to get that high though. So you basically start adding them. So 14 to 15, that is plus 2. That is +4, +4, 4, +1, +3, +1. So if you're with me so far, we're doing decent so far. Now, got all this. Inspiration is basically something that it's like luck, kind of. I'll get back to that later. Now we need to choose. Now we need to fill the rest of this in. So armor class. Armor class is 10 plus whatever your dexterity modifier is. Not your score, but your modifier. So it'll be 10 plus 4, 14. Boom, that's your AC. Monsters have to roll 14 or above to hit you. Initiative is your dexterity modifier. That basically says, when I say roll for initiative, add this to your d20 roll, and that's your bonus. Speed depends on your race. Smaller races like dwarves and gnomes and stuff, and like really small races, have 25 feet speed. But most races are going to have 30 feet speed. That's how far you can move in a turn. health. So health, it's actually a little more nuanced than that. So you search up D&D and whatever your class is. The class we're working here with is Sorcerer. Sorcerer, then pick whatever source you want for it. Pun. And we wait for that. And boom. And so you need to go to the place called Class Features and then Hit Points. Your hit points are 1d6 per sorcerer level. So basically, when you're at first level, you basically need to max out that dice and add your Constitution modifier. Now that sounds a little confusing at first, but it's like this. Hello, Michelle, you're part of the recording now. So it's like this. So sorcerer gets 1d6. Max it out, you've got 6 plus Constitution modifier. And if we go over to our numbers, crap, wait, no, hold on, organization problem. Okay, so we are level 3. So it is a 1d6 times 3. So I have to roll 3d6 to see what my health is. But here's the thing. Whenever you get your first level, the first die you roll is going to be maxed out. So this is going to be a 6. So assume you got a 6 plus 2 plus 1. 6 plus 2 plus 1, that is 9. And then you need to add your Constitution modifier to both of these. So confusing again, but... So plus 4 to each thing. So 6 plus 4 for the first roll is 10. The other rolls were 2 plus 4 is 6. 1 plus 4 is 5. So 6 plus 5 plus 10. 6 plus 5 plus 10. That's 21. So you have 21 health. Basically every time that's basically your maximum health, and that's what you have at the moment. Every time you level up, you basically roll another one of the die that it says in your hit points area. You roll it whenever you level up. I got 2 plus my Constitution modifier, which is plus 4 health, so 6 more health. That's how you handle health. Temporary hit points is basically like magical health that you only get for a short amount of time, most of the time. Hit dice are basically resting healing. Whenever you're taking there's long rest and short rest. Whenever you take a short rest, you basically use your hit die for healing. So you have 3 of them, and your hit die is a d6. These are death saves. I don't really need to explain them. Basically, whenever you're at 0 health or more, you need to start rolling. When you roll a d20, if you're 11 or higher, you get a success. But if it's 10 or lower, you get a failure. Whichever one you hit first is what happens. Failures means you die. Successes means you are alive, but you're still unconscious. Yeah. So now personality traits, ideals, bonds, flaws, that is optional to however you want to make your character. For example, personality traits. I look for the positive side. Flaws could be hates dwarves. Speculate black ones. Thank you, Marcus. Bonds are basically like they're like promise. Like, I will never betray my friends. Or maybe something like, I will never eat spaghetti. Really, it's up to you, you know. Then ideals is a little confusing, so I just leave it alone. But yeah, now we're gonna go back to whatever the heck your class is. These are your proficiencies. It's basically what you're good at. So a sorcerer sucks at wearing armor. If they wear armor, it messes with their ability to cast spells and stuff. They're good at using stuff like smaller weapons, like daggers, darts, slings, which are like slingshots, quarterstaffs, which are just sticks, and a light crossbow. Not good at using many tools, but they're good at so saving throws is what you do when like someone casts a fireball on you. You make a dexterity saving throw. Sorcerers are good with Constitution and Charisma. So when you're proficient in something, you basically need to put a little tick or a little dot next to it. So sorcerers are good with Constitution and Charisma. This means that whenever I make a roll, or for example, I tell you guys, make a Constitution saving throw. You check this thing. Okay, my Constitution is +4, and I have a dot next to it, which means I'm good at it, which means I can add this thing. So you roll a d20 +6 if it's a Constitution saving throw. And so you basically need to fill a bunch, basically what you're good at, what you're good at in this area. So saving throws, then skills. Choose 2 of these skills from this list for which you want to be good at. Arcana, Deception is a big list. So I'm going to take Arcana, which is magical knowledge, basically how well I know magical stuff. Arcana, and I will also select Intimidation. I want to be able to scare people into doing what I want. Bada bing, bada boom. And of course, there's the spellcasting rules, which maybe I'll go over some other time because I'm running out of time. And then there's your gear. Your gear. Now, this is where you put your equipment. Your equipment is based off whatever class you pick. Sorcerers get different stuff versus rogues versus barbarians. Sorcerers, so you basically choose from each section. So you can either choose a light crossbow and 20 bullets, or any simple weapon, which is like a dagger or a dart or a sling or something like that. You can choose a component pouch, which is basically you put the ingredients for spells in a bag, or you can use a wand or something, or an arcane focus. You can choose a Dungeoneer's pack, which is, packs are basically bags filled with a bunch of stuff. This is more for explorers, this is more for people diving into dungeons, and additionally, you get 2 daggers for free. So you basically choose what you want, and you basically write it down in your equipment. Right. So now, so yeah, no, that's what we're working with. So once you've got your proficiencies, I've got 2 proficiencies here. You basically, this is an annoying ass bit. You basically need to fill in all these like blank spaces with whatever the heck it's asking for. So acrobatics needs your dexterity modifier. Dexterity modifier is +4. So I write +4 here. Animal handling requires my wisdom modifier. +3. And so on, and so on, and so on, till you fill this whole damn list. Which will take some time, but I cannot imagine it is any more difficult than writing a 1,000-word essay. And these are basically, if you're going, this is basically what your main attacks are with. Like for example, let's say you've got Firebolt. You're going to write Firebolt here because this is what you use a lot. You can write your attack bonus, basically what you add to the roll to hit them. So as a sorcerer, they cast magic with their charisma, so they get +1 to their attack. And since they're naturally good at spellcasting, you can add +2 to that. So in total, +3. Then you write your damage, which is 1d10 fire damage, and then you're set to go. Basically, yeah, I'll continue this later. I think.